Hello and welcome again. This is stream number 196 of my 365 days streaming challenge. And this is going to be a random one. As mentioned in the title, I will be doing multiple things. It will be work related because I haven't planned anything, and for some reason I started in English, so we'll continue with English. I don't do this like while thinking about it. It just happens randomly, and I think it's simply because of the work stuff that I will be talking about. So right now I am planning to create an AI agent probably for the podcast, which I have already mentioned in the title. So we'll try to do that. But this was also just a random thought that came in my mind. I could do this, and we could try that. Apart from that, I also want to use this time to maybe showcase something and create a new thumbnail. Maybe, probably, I don't really know. I'm not even sure which thumbnail I'm using at the moment. I need to look at that thing. I also haven't enabled chat. Let me enable chat for the right platforms before we start talking about stuff. Okay, I think I have used the work mode thumbnail, and I do need to create another one for this particular stream session, which I will do in a moment. I just deleted the spam chat. Sorry about that. Okay, so this is working. The stream, that is, I was confirming everything is working. I'll just keep my phone here just to ensure that I'm not missing any chats or stuff, important stuff, because I'll be opening a different window on my desktop and the chat won't be visible. All right. This I am going to test a new feature that the Gemini Pro has made available for me, or probably everyone, but I just noticed it like 2 or 3 days ago. I even tried to create a music producer type of agent, and it almost worked with some caveats, and it wasn't doing what I actually wanted it to do on a regular basis. So I discarded it completely, and also because I didn't have the time to play with it. I think if I had time, then I would probably be able to find the exact result that I wanted. But yeah, I decided to leave that at the moment, and now the idea is to simply create a new one, which would be dedicated to podcast. Let me give you a brief story why this idea came in my mind and why I'm doing this. Is simply because if you remember, I have a podcast called the Bishnu Mahali Show, both in Hindi and English. And initially the plan was to simply chat with other guests, and I did it for a few weeks or so. But the problem was inviting the guest is very a difficult thing, inviting the guest and managing time for them, etc., and I didn't have enough time to deal with this, and that's the reason I decided to quit, and even thought about maybe continuing with solo podcasting, and I did some episodes, but eventually I had to give up that as well, simply because I needed some help with podcast topic selection, because I couldn't do it myself. Even if the latest plan that I had was simply to collect all the bits and pieces of the news and stuff that I encounter myself throughout my own journey, basically, and talk about them at the end of it. So that was one of the plan, and could have worked, but I kind of got busy with something else or something. I don't remember what exactly happened, but obviously I didn't continue with that idea as well. So yeah, that was the problem. and the other problem that I was talking about, I needed a person to control all the things, and that is because the plan was to curate sorry the plan was to curate some topics in a Notion file that I had. It's all about managing basically the podcast. So in Notion, I needed someone to manage topics and the episode with the episode numbers, and also add some details and stuff so that I don't have to look for it, even if I would never even if I didn't know anything about that particular topic. We could simply look at the details provided in the show notes, and we could continue talking about that particular topic directly. I think I have something to show you guys. I will show you guys this. So earlier someone used to manage this for me, obviously, as you can see, and we did a few episodes, as you can see. So earlier someone used to do this for me, and the plan was to continue the same alone. As you can see, I wrote this new beginning episode 1 2024. I think I did record this one. Okay, yeah, it is in the published section. So I did record it, and this was the episode 2, which was supposed to be just after this one, but I kind of gave up or something. And you can see that there's 2 mentions over here, one for Hindi episode, and then I have wrote down the topic ideas and stuff, which I went through in my own life basically, and I wanted to talk about this stuff. So this is the thing, and since it is directly related to my life, my work, I would be able to talk about them directly with looking at this point probably, but having detailed layout would help, obviously, and something like that could have been done by someone else. So that's my problem. And as you can see, Sarah's cell moving to Avin. It has moved already. It's been, I think, maybe 2-3 months, I don't even remember. Text-based editing on Filmora is gimmick. So this is one of the topics that I wanted to discuss. I don't know how good it is at the moment with 15. I had tried with Filmora 14 and it was garbage, and I wanted to talk about that. Restarted working on Shopify as well, which I did. I shifted to WordPress completely when it comes to e-commerce. Actually, I was always using WooCommerce and WordPress, but in between, because of the client's demand, I also started working with Shopify or Shopify websites, and eventually I decided to get back to WooCommerce because Shopify was good, but it wasn't like completely customizable in my opinion, it wasn't as fun as in terms of working with WooCommerce. If I compare them, like in terms of customizability, getting to find new ideas, code stuff and stuff, and many other things, I preferred WooCommerce more. Shopify is simplistic, and that's another thing. If you like that, then you might enjoy working with Shopify instead. I lean the opposite way, obviously, and that's why I kind of preferred working with WooCommerce. But I also understand the need for Shopify-like platform, because not everyone would deal with all the hassles that comes with self-hosted WordPress and WooCommerce, and then customizing everything yourself. So I understand that, and that's the reason I also started working with Shopify later on. As you can see, it has a lot of topics, and I can talk about them just looking at the point, obviously. But the plan was to cover some latest news and stuff as well, which someone could have entered over here. And this would be actually a list like this. Let me show you the old podcast. A list like this, which would open, and then I will have enough discussion. I will have enough points and informations in this area to talk about this particular topic. So that was the format I was trying to create over here, and that could have been utilized. Sorry about the light. So that could have been utilized to create a topic and podcast about them. And yeah, so that was the reason I explained everything why I need the uh, assistant. But next, I think we should talk about we should try to create it with the AI. Although you can simply use the Gemini Pro, ChatGPT, or whatever you use directly to talk to the agent and create topics like this. I wouldn't say create. Collect. Collect would be the right word, I guess, or aggregate topics like this with enough information that you can use to run your podcast channel or run your podcast, whatever. So that could have been done, and that's what I will be trying to do. But the point is, I don't want to chat with it like you normally would. I want the AI to be able to aggregate topics on behalf of me based on the topics that I will give it, or I will just provide it some categories or niches, like for example WordPress, tech, stuff like that, and it should be able to fetch some or aggregate some latest relevant content and a few details about them along with the sources, so that I can talk about them while looking at the sources and maybe show you guys just like I'm showing the screen right now. And that would allow us to create probably the regular podcast episodes like I planned to do, but didn't went through the process to do it. Okay, also because I'm waiting for the light so that we can talk about the AI part, because that would make a good highlight. So let's quickly check about all the. Okay, the light is here, so I think we should continue. So that's my point. I think you guys have understood why I need an agent and what the agent is supposed to do. The agent is supposed to aggregate some talking points when I will give it the potential keywords or categories or directly news or whatever topic that I would want to cover in a particular episode, and the AI agent should be able to basically aggregate the topics in a document or whatever and display some sort of information that I can utilize to directly talk about them, even if I didn't know anything about it. So that's the plan. That's the thing that I will try to create over here. Let's blur the screen because I'm going to my AI. This is Gemini Pro. If you use Gemini, then okay, I don't want to show you guys this. Let me figure out a way. Okay, I can do this. Okay, done actually. So this is the gems area where you create custom gems for Gemini. As you can see, I'm on a pro plan. I'm not sure if it's available in the free plan or not. Probably it is available with the free plan as well, but with some limitations. This is the thing that I'm talking about. My gems from labs section. The gems from labs will create new create will appear here, and I did try it a little bit. I tried a music creation option, a blog writing option, which was an example from here, I think. So yeah, it is very advanced. It is basically AI agents, creating AI agents. It's nothing new. I have done it before with other tools and stuff, but with Gemini, this is the first time I have seen it, and now I would like to try it to create a podcast AI assistant that would curate topics for me, provide some related informations in there that I can utilize to talk about the particular topic without even learning about it beforehand. I'll just look at the information provided, and I should be able to talk about them like immediately. That's the end goal. Let's see whatever will happen. So if I'll click on new gem, then it will it will take me to the login screen again. So I'll just do that and then come back again. Yeah, for some reason it takes us to the login page again and again. Okay, this time it only, okay, this time it didn't ask for my email, but before this, every time the tool asked for my email and login again. But okay, whatever this. So basically the app will be created automatically. You simply need to provide the information, basically tell the AI what you exactly need. Here are some examples as well. Help me prepare a quiz on a given topic by creating sample questions with hints as an interactive quiz. Okay, take a photo of the leftovers in the fridge and generate different recipes with photos of the final dish. As you can see, these are some ideas. Google is calling them basically AI mini app, and if you follow up all the AI related stuff that are available on the internet, then you know it's about AI agent. It's simply AI agent. Let's see whatever happens. So the goal, I think I should probably enhance the prompt before pasting it, because I cannot think about the prompt while streaming properly. So I'll probably enhance the prompt before pasting it again over here. I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to be as okay, I blanked again. I want to be as detailed as possible with this, so I'm not going to like create a prompt which would be kind of engineered or anything. I'll just do it like many of us general people would do, not someone who knows how to prompt. Basically, we'll talk to the AI just in simple language is what I mean. I want to create a podcast assistant that will curate or aggregate topics for me following the latest events. And create a podcast assistant that will curate or aggregate topics for me following the latest events. Topics for me following the latest events based on the provided categories, topics. Topics based on the provided categories. My mind is blanking. I think it's just the stream, but I am unable to think at the moment and do the stream. And to create a podcast session that will curate or aggregate topics for me following the latest events based on the provided categories such as tech, WordPress, content creation, AI, etc., which would be an input in the beginning, which would be an, what's wrong in this spelling? Let's not think about that. I immediately beginning, sorry, what is happening? Begin ing, okay, double N, sorry, I was like, what's happening to my brain? I don't like that wiggly thing, the red thing. That's why it's like OCD type of thing. That's why I wanted to correct the sentence. Sorry, the spelling. Which should be an input in the beginning. The next thing, which would be, I want you to fetch latest news related events. Related events for each topic, and grab the relevant images, screenshots, etc., and mention the sources for the topic research so that I can look at them if necessary. So that I can look at them if necessary. Etc. Mention the sources of the topic research so that I will. Each topic idea should have, again, lights gone, sorry about that. Each topic idea should have enough detail about it so that I can talk about that particular topic even if I had no prior knowledge about it without me researching about it. Without me researching it at the moment. Without me researching at the moment. By the way, you don't have to spell things correctly or say the sentences correctly. I would probably understand. It's just my OCD type of thing. Without me researching it at the moment. What else? Possible. When there will be multiple categories, sure to segment them properly and hopefully give us the we don't need the hopefully. Make sure to segment them properly and create that slide. Like a slide slash presentation that I can use to talk about all of the topic. If slides are not possible, then visualize the data and research. Visualize the topic, data, research, process, etc. Website. or page. Let's see if this will give us something. I would be even more detailed in the option. By the way, this is doing this thing. I thought it would ask me to log in again. That's why I blurred it. Let's see what this AI will create. Make sure to subscribe, by the way. Those who are watching, thank you so much for joining. And even in my case, I can simply like provide the categories beforehand to the app, because my categories won't change. But I think failed to generate high level plan, retrying with lower temperature. I have no idea what that means. As you can see here, the AI is trying to create my app based on my prompt. In the AI world, it would be called AI agent, by the way, not AI app. Google likes to call it AI app, mini app. Podcast Pulse. Curate latest news and events for your podcast discussions. Okay, let's see if this works. Enter podcast discussion categories. Yeah. Tech, WordPress, content creation, AI. What next? What would be another thing that we need to test here? Let's say business. Let's see what this AI will do. Research and prepare content. I think the AI kind of, something happened to the AI, as you can see. It's not properly mentioned in the headlines. Category, generate category images. Generate podcast discussion guide web page. So yeah, it cannot create presentation. It would have been nice, I think. Almost done. 43. One other thing that I should have prompted as well was verifying the article again, details again, re-verifying the details before like generating the web page with all the details. By the way, the apps can be shared as well. So if I would want, I can give you guys this too, and you guys can also create it, use it to create your podcast episode. Basically generate your podcast episode show notes. But I'll stream up to maybe 6:30, 6:40. That's the deadline I have given myself for this particular stream. I will do my best, but I have to focus on work that are giving me revenue at the moment. And but the podcast thing would be the same as the stream thing. I'll actually record the podcast while streaming. So yeah. And since I haven't decided what to do about this thing, whether to post it directly on this channel or the dedicated channel that I have already created, I think I'll post everything on the dedicated channel that I've created. In terms of podcast, because podcast is something that I genuinely want to do in a long run. Basically, it's not something that I'm just experimenting. I actually wanted to do it like years ago, the podcast thing. I like podcast. If you remember one other thing, we didn't give it like how many topics to cover, how many topics we should be covering in a particular episode, basically. So I have no idea how much information it is gathering for us. And it is generating images instead of like grabbing screenshots and images, which would have been the better thing to do, I think. But I mean, it is a test phase, so let's see what it does. And obviously we can always go to this, edit these steps, sorry, the chat area again, which would allow us to edit these steps over here and create something new again. And obviously in this one the AI had some issues. As you can see, the steps are messed up right now. By the way, this error never happened before when I created the music generating app, which would generate background music for me. And there was one blog writer. I didn't like the blog writer, by the way, because I already have better blog writer AI agent that I have created myself personally. So I didn't like this one, the provided one, with this Gemini Pro account that I have. It's taking too long, to be honest, but it's probably researching a lot of content because we didn't give it any specific number. We just provided it a lot of categories, 5 or 6 categories, and it's doing a lot of work, to be honest. So I think we should be a little bit patient, but I'm kind of impatient right now. Sorry about it. Almost done, almost. I'm getting a lot of viewers, none of them are subscribing, I believe. Please subscribe. Thank you so much. And do let me know what you would be interested in watching, like in future streams. And I'm not sure if it's stuck somewhere or something. Create a comprehensive HTML webpage that serves as a podcast discussion guide. The webpage. Brother, I'm second viewer. Thank you for joining. Actually, I got a lot of viewership for some reason. It's getting recommended somewhere because I can see a lot of people coming and going. Clear Prison, originally podcast category. For each category, display its detailed discussion content. Okay, I think it was working. I thought it got stuck or something. So it generated AI images, which I didn't want, but I guess. Okay, I didn't like it. I don't like it. There are sources mentioned. Let's see if this was actually a podcast episode that we created with the app. AI dominance and expansion. Late 2025. AI continues to lead technological innovation with significant progress in autonomous operation and contextual understanding across healthcare, finance, and education. Substantial investments such as SoftBank's $4 billion acquisition of Digital Bridge are scaling data centers and compute capabilities for AI development. Companies like Nvidia, Samsung, and Lenovo are exploring AI-powered consumer devices. Okay. AI's environment and privacy concern. Growing ethical and environmental questions surrounding AI's significant water consumption for the data center cooling, public unease regarding user autonomy and data privacy, exemplified by LG embedding an unremovable Microsoft Copilot app into smart TVs. I heard about that. So yeah, I think it is giving us useful information a little bit, but it's not that useful. It's not the thing that I wanted to create. Basically, I need to be extra detailed, I think, in the prompt. ओके, माइक में कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, मुझे नहीं पता एक्चुअली, मुझे सुनना पड़ेगा तभी मुझे पता चलेगा। एक मिनट, मैं खुद सुन लेता हूँ। So a type of agent and it almost worked of the news and stuff that I ठीक ही है यार, आपको शायद throughout my own journey basically and talk about them at the end of it. So that was one of the plan and could have worked, but I kind of so a type of agent and it almost worked of the news and stuff that नहीं ठीक ही है यार, आपको शायद नहीं ठीक ही है, मैंने खुद सुना अभी स्ट्रीम पे, शायद आपके वहाँ पे कुछ दिक्कत हो रही हो। ठीक ही है, मैंने सुना। Connectivity and cybersecurity advancement. Bluetooth 6.0 promises lower latency, improved audio synchronization, and enhanced power efficiency for wireless audio devices. Increased adoption of zero trust security models to combat AI-driven threats and evolving cyber attacks. एक तो मुझे ये नहीं पसंद आ रहा, ठीक है, कि ये इमेजेस खुद से जनरेट कर रहा है। जनरेटेड इमेज का मैं करूँ क्या, है ना? मुझे चाहिए था कि न्यूज़ सोर्सेज का ही स्क्रीनशॉट डाले। Single major release strategy. WordPress 6.8 April 2025. WordPress will adopt a single major release, WordPress 6.8 in 2025, deviating from previous multi-release strategies. This shift is attributed to factors like decreased volunteer contributions and internal changes at Automatic. The goal is a more focused and stable update with minor releases for bug fixes and security patches continuing. The Gutenberg plugin will maintain its regular update schedule. Okay. Full site editing, focus on performance, security and e-commerce. Okay. Content creation में short form video dominance and AS in evolving role. Okay. Hyper personalization and interactive experiences. AI में ये सब है। तो टॉपिक क्यूरेशन तो मुझे ठीक ही लग रहा है, कि बस मुझे लग रहा है कि ये थोड़ा इन्फ्लेटेड है इंफॉर्मेशन। लेट्स सी कि हम सिर्फ ये प्रॉम्प्ट देके फिक्स कर सकते हैं या नहीं। I did not want generated images. Those are useless. I want screen grabs / screenshots of the sources. Otherwise, just images from the source websites. Also, make the information displayed in a way that would be easy to read, like 1 to 2 sentences max per paragraph. Hello, thanks for joining. Please make sure to subscribe. Hi Sambhav, thank you for joining. Please make sure to subscribe. That would easily read like 1 to 2. That would be easy to read like 1 to 2 sentences max per paragraph. Break down the topic ideas into break down the topic ideas into specific subtopics instead of generalized information. और क्या कर सकते हैं चेंज हम? provide bullet points for each topic to quickly understand what it is about. By the way, एक चीज़ मैंने नोटिस करी है, जब आप ऐप क्रिएट कर देते हो, ठीक है, उसके बाद अगर आप फिर दोबारा इसको एडिट करने की कोशिश करो ये वाली प्रॉम्प्ट के साथ, ये उतना अच्छा परफॉर्म नहीं करता। मैंने बहुत ट्राई करा, जो मैंने म्यूज़िक क्रिएशन वाला जो ऐप बनाया था उसमें ये बैकग्राउंड म्यूज़िक तो जनरेट कर रहा था मेरे लिए, बट मैं जब चेंजेस कर रहा था कुछ तो वो मतलब ये प्रॉब्ली उसको प्रॉपरली उसको इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं कर पा रहा था। मैं लैंग्वेज स्विच कर रहा हूँ फिर से, कुछ भी होता है मेरे साथ, सॉरी। जो भी बोलोगे करूँगा। आई थिंक हिंदी इंग्लिश दोनों वाले आते हैं मेरे में, तो मुझे नहीं पता क्या करना चाहिए। तो हाँ, वही प्रॉब्लम है इस वाले में फ़िलहाल। अभी ये वैसे भी बीटा में है, तो मुझे नहीं पता ये कब रिलीज़ होगी सबके लिए, या फिर हो चुकी है, मुझे नहीं पता। जब मुझे एक्सेस मिली थी इसकी तो ये बीटा में थी, तभी से मैं ट्राई कर रहा हूँ। अगर मैं यहाँ पे ओपन एडवांस एडिटर में क्लिक करूँगा तो वही एआई एजेंट जिस तरह से बनाते हैं वही ओपन होगी, और आप वहाँ पे जाके और थोड़ा डिटेल में, हाँ देखो ये कुछ तो हो रहा है, फेल हो रहा है बार बार, देख रहे हो, इस बार भी कुछ तो फेल हुआ है। फेल टू जनरेट हाई लेवल प्लान रिट्राइंग विथ लोअर टेम्परेचर। तो मुझे नहीं पता वहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, पहले भी हुआ था ये, और उसके बाद ही ख़राब रिजल्ट आई थी। तो हाँ, क्या बात कर रहा था मैं? हाँ, एआई एजेंट है बेसिकली। अगर मैं उसे ओपन एडवांस एडिटर करूँगा तो आप इमीडिएटली पहचान जाओगे अगर आपने कुछ भी यूज़ किया है एआई एजेंट बिल्ड करने के लिए, तो ये वही है बेसिकली। लेकिन आप यहाँ पे चैट के थ्रू कर पा रहे हो, तो ये सबके लिए यूज़फुल है, जो जिनको नहीं पता वो भी कर पाएंगे बेसिकली। इस बार ज़्यादा टॉपिक्स नहीं देते हैं, थोड़ा जल्दी करने के लिए। टेक और टेक, यूट्यूब, वर्डप्रेस, चलो 3 टॉपिक देते हैं, देखते हैं क्या होता है। फेल अभी भी एक्चुअली हुआ है ये हमारा, तो पता नहीं उसका कितना इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा। अगर अभी भी ऐसा कुछ होता है तो हम ओपन एडवांस एडिटर ट्राई करेंगे, ठीक है। मतलब वो ओपाल प्लेटफॉर्म लॉन्च करती है जो कि बीटा प्लेटफॉर्म है इन्हीं का। और इससे पहले ये ऑप्शन भी नहीं थी कि हम डायरेक्टली जेमिनी में ही क्रिएट करें, ओपाल ही ओपन होती थी और ओपाल में ही हम क्रिएट करते थे बेसिकली एआई एजेंट्स। अभी आई थिंक ये सबके लिए शायद अवेलेबल हो गई होगी, तभी यहाँ पे भी अवेलेबल है। It's slow though, although I like it. And obviously it's not up to the mark where I would want it to be, but I think it's somewhat usable, a little bit helpful, but it cannot replace like a dedicated podcast AI assistant at the moment that I might be able to get. Research and summarize content. I think also mentioned. I think also mentioned the limit, like 5 stories from this and this and this. Okay, it failed. Something went wrong. Okay, what do I do with that? Is it directly like generating the page this time? It remembers the old research data maybe. I'm opening Opal. It will ask me to log in. Opal is the advanced editor, by the way. It seems like it was some other platform or something and Google purchased it. I don't really know about it at the moment. So if you look at it here, you would immediately understand what it is. It is just AI agents, as you can see. You have probably tried something like this before. This is the app. For some reason, it's still thinking. Should we try it here? Let's give it only one topic, YouTube. See what happens. I'm not sure why it still says podcast categories. Okay, it stopped. Sorry, my bad. And let's fix this. The name is confusing because the AI failed in between the process and got confused or something. I don't know. We'll go with Gemini 3 Pro or whatever the latest model will be available. Let's go with Gemini 3. Okay. Research and summarize content with Gemini 3. Let's research, import notes. Start directly with the output. Do not output any delimiters. For each category in podcast categories used to conduct in-depth research to find news events. Okay, so it is like detailed prompt for the same thing that we did in the chatting, basically improved version of it. So just an edit. Cover 5 topics in each category unless asked otherwise. Let's see what this will do. I was unable to perform the requested modification as okay. It's a beta platform, so obviously it will have some issues. Obviously, you can obviously go into this prompt and edit it yourself. You can also get the prompt from some other AI tool or Gemini itself and then paste it over here, whatever you prefer. Let's fix this name as well. Podcast decision guide web page. This is discussing the structure of the web page, as you can see. Very detailed instruction. Nice. This would probably be the same thing. I think if I don't mention the name correctly over here, it will probably not work. So and based on what I can understand, the species needs to be mentioned as underscore. Okay. But I will highly recommend like editing the prompt yourself, like later on save to Google Docs. Oh, we could do that as well. There is an option to save to Google Slides. I don't know why it didn't do that. Manual layout. But I think this is better, to be honest, because in that way we'll not waste our Google Drive storage or anything. And assets, upload file, drive, YouTube text drawing. Okay. Output node, where we have added the I want to delete this node. How do I delete it? Okay, sorry, this was easy. Generate user input. So we can create multiple user inputs, generate multiple research thing, then finally the output. I also want more inputs, to be honest. But let's go with this setting for now. How do I save it? Will it save automatically? Let's try this, if it's working or not. Oh, it is saving automatically. Over here. Let's see what this is doing. Still thinking. It just crashed or something. Let me close this window just to avoid any confusions. I only gave it one category, right? I don't remember. If I'll click, I think it will probably stop. So let's run it and for the entirety. Hopefully it is working as expected. This is the only thing that I don't like, to be honest. It's very slow. Hello everyone, whoever is watching, please make sure to subscribe and feel free to ask me to do more things. I will do that. At the moment I'm trying to create a mini app, mini AI agent that would do researches for the particular topics that I will provide the AI agent to give it, to be able to talk about them in a podcast episode basically. And I want the details to be in a particular way, and I'm trying to do that. I have already explained why this would be helpful and why do I need it, but so far we haven't been able to successfully generate exactly what I needed, but we were able to create a mini app that was like successfully doing the thing that I wanted it to do. The only problem was the output, and I'm trying to fix the output problem now. My only problem is this thing, generating the output, which is not up to the standard that I would want it to be. If I ever click on anything, I think it will stop. Yeah. And also the progress bar isn't available here, so it confuses me. Hi. Thanks for joining. This makes you subscribe. One of the things that I don't like at the moment is the progress bar isn't available. So I'm not sure if it's working, if it's doing the thing that I need it to do. We have the stop option. It's like input type any input required. Let's stop this. This should be, actually let's delete this and ask it to edit itself. Add another input that will ask for max number of topics per category. Let's see what this will do. Adding manually would be probably nice in terms of getting the exact result which we want, but I don't have the time to like write everything at the moment. A better idea would be to simply generate the prompts and stuff within Gemini, normal Gemini, and then paste them over here while you create all these things manually. I think that would be a better thing to do, because directly injecting the prompt isn't working that well at the moment. See, I could have done that like so fast if I did that manually. I'm not sure what is happening over here. Let me reload this. It's probably crashing or something. I don't really know. Let's try again. Add another input to limit the number of topics researched and provided. The output per category. Okay, it is slow, I think. I thought it was probably stuck or something. That's why we reloaded the entire website and still stuck. Hopefully things are working the way they should, but there's no way to see it. Maybe the console will show it. There should have been something to indicate that it is actually working, because it confuses me. The circle thing over here. Okay, it was working. Specify the number of topics. As you can see, okay, this is the console, this is the preview, this is the step, theme. Don't worry about the theme. Should we test it now again? YouTube, let's say the topic, specify the number of topics per category, but this time we only have one category, so let's go for 3 and see the result. I also need to understand which platform is this. I'm using Gemini and their new platform, Opal. I also want to understand the relation thing. It feels like similar to Comfy UI. If you have ever used Comfy UI, it's very similar to that. I'm thinking about doing things manually as well when the AI won't do the job properly. So in that situation, it would be better to directly edit the prompt maybe. And in that case, I think it would be better to understand the behind the scene prompt as well, so that we can modify it ourselves. If for some reason the AI won't understand our prompt, that is. It's generating the web page. Okay, let's see. Broken YouTube logo for some reason. This looks slightly better in terms of readability, and it did provide us 3 topics as we asked it to do. The genesis and evolution of YouTube. Discussion points. Explore the founding of YouTube, its initial vision, rapid growth, and pivotal acquisition by Google. But why will we talk about this? I didn't get it. Founding February, PayPal employee Chad. Okay, this is weird. We are supposed to only fetch news. YouTube's transformative impact on media, entertainment, culture. Influence of vlogging, streaming. Discussion point. Analyze how YouTube. Okay, so it went into the discussion kind of podcast, not the news kind of podcast. Analyze how YouTube role in education, business. Okay. Examine YouTube's significant contribution as an educational resource. Analyze its role as marketing platform. Okay, we definitely need to modify. The app is discussing or generating. Generating content ideas that are historical and not latest updates or events. The podcast will only focus on latest events, not going सही वर्ड नहीं होगा. On latest events up to a month maybe. Latest events up to a month max. Mr. Third.
हाय.
मैं काम कर रहा हूँ बच्चे. They can like provide something different over here to understand exactly what is happening. They could even show a console type of thing. I thought maybe this is the thing to show us exactly what is happening, just like the thinking thing in the AI tools, so that we would know that it is doing what it is supposed to do. Just looking at the circle thing, it feels like it's not even working sometimes because it takes time to do so. Let's refresh this and try again. This time we'll give it 2 categories knowingly. Let's go with WordPress. And since it failed the last time with YouTube, let's give it YouTube again. Number of topics per category, let's go with 3 again. And let's see. I also didn't like the way it kind of divided the topics and subtopics. Basically, the point, I think it is misunderstanding the prompt that I gave it. One thing, I think it is like, okay, how do I explain it? When I say topic, I genuinely mean one topic, and I think it is the AI is basically taking it as a parent category and then subdividing it into multiple categories, but keeping the parent category in mind. Basically, what I want is specific topics under that category. I don't know if that made sense to you guys. And we didn't get that in the output, so that's something that I will try to achieve. But before that, I'm fixing the issue that it was going through the information and kind of researching the historical data as well. I wanted to focus on only the latest updates and events, and that's why I've given it a max timeline of 1 month now, and let's see what the result will be. Hello Decimax, thanks for joining. Hopefully the result will be a good one. I don't really understand at the moment what is going on in terms of the last output, but before that, let's fix the research part. Once the research part will be fixed completely, then we'll focus on the output part. I don't like the output anyway at the moment, but let's not care about it. We'll focus on the research data first. We'll look at the data, and if the data will be something that we like, then we'll focus on the output part. And output would probably be Google Doc or Google Slides at the end of it, I think, because web page is fine, to be honest, but personally I think I would prefer a Google slide. Let's see whatever happens. क्या कर रहे हो? बेस AI टूल्स क्रिएट कर रहा हूँ अपने काम के लिए, अपने काम के हेल्प के लिए. तो अभी एक रिसर्च असिस्टेंट बना रहा हूँ जो पॉडकास्ट के लिए मैं कुछ कैटेगरीज प्रोवाइड करूँगा AI को, और नंबर ऑफ टॉपिक्स सजेस्ट करूँगा, और ये पूरा रिसर्च करेगा लास्ट वन मंथ तक का जो भी हुआ है उस पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक में, और उनमें से 5 या 6 जो भी मैं बोलूँगा उतना चुनेगा टॉपिक, और उसका समराइज्ड वे में मेरे लिए एक लिस्ट बना के देगा ताकि मैं उनके बारे में बात कर सकूं. तो गोल वो है, बट अभी तक कंप्लीट हुआ नहीं है, देखते हैं क्या होता है. बेसिकली एक एआई असिस्टेंट बना रहा हूँ जो सिर्फ मेरे लिए मतलब मेरा स्पेसिफिक काम करके दे। अभी ये बीटा में है, मैं इसको थोड़ा कर करके बहुत एडवांस लेवल का बना सकता हूँ, जो मतलब एग्जैक्टली वही करके दे जो मैं चाहता हूँ बेसिकली, और सब कुछ बना सकता हूँ आई थिंक। और जैसा मैंने नोशन वाला एग्जांपल में बताया स्टार्टिंग में, अगर आपने अगर आप स्टार्टिंग से देख रहे हो तो आपको समझ में आएगा। तो मैं एग्जैक्टली सेम लेआउट भी क्रिएट कर सकता हूँ क्योंकि मुझे HTML CSS ये सब आता है, मैंने वेबसाइट डिज़ाइनिंग सीखी हुई है, वेबसाइट बनाना सीखा हुआ है कोड के थ्रू। तो मैं एग्जैक्टली AI को एक्सप्लेन कर सकता हूँ कि मुझे क्या चाहिए। हालांकि टेक्स्ट में भी लोग एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं, मेरे ख्याल से AI तो ऑब्वियसली समझ ही जाएगा। बट हाँ, क्योंकि मुझे ऑलरेडी आइडिया है वेबसाइट्स के बारे में तो मेरे लिए ईजी है थोड़ा सा समझाना AI को। और इस बार ये टैब भी दे रखा है हमें, नाइस, ये थोड़ा अच्छा था। WordPress 6.9 Genie release and core updates, nice. Key features, new blocks हुए हैं, add accordion, time to read, oh nice. Tom query, math and comment link, okay. Link comments link slash count blocks, okay. Editor enhancement, improvement to the block editor and data views, interactive API. शाउट आउट कर देना, मेरे शाउट आउट से क्या होगा, मेरा खुद का चैनल में ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं है। नवीन राय, थैंक्स जॉइनिंग, शाउट आउट टू नवीन राय आई गेस। मेरे पास ना एक ऑप्शन है पता है, बट पता नहीं अभी काम करेगी या नहीं। इस में तो नहीं करेगी आई थिंक। एक मिनट यही करता हूँ मैं। यार नवीन भाई को शाउट आउट जी, इनका चैनल को देख लो कोई। ये भी आपका चैनल है क्या? US कार्टून 1, ये आपका चैनल है? हाँ कर दिया मैंने, US कार्टून वाला भी कर ही दिया, किसी को देखना होगा तो देख सकता है। ओके वापस आते हैं तो ओके आई थिंक अभी ये मेरे ख्याल में थोड़ा बहुत वैसा डिटेल दे रहा है जैसा मुझे चाहिए था, मैं ऐसा ही चाहता था एक्चुअली। रिलीज डेट दिया हुआ है December 2, 2025। केस हालांकि इमेज में ये अभी भी फेल हो रहा है, मुझे नहीं पता क्यों, देखना पड़ेगा। Gutenberg Phase 3 collaboration progress, real time co-editing, ongoing work towards stable and performant multi-user editing। हाँ ये मेरे को अच्छा डिटेल दे रहा है, सोर्सेस भी मस्त है। इमेज काम नहीं कर रहा अभी भी, उसको हम इग्नोर कर सकते हैं। इमेज ऐसा नहीं चाहिए मुझे, अगर अनलेस कि ये मुझे सोर्स से ही कोई इमेज फिक्स करके दे। स्क्रीनशॉट ट्राई करेंगे, सिर्फ स्क्रीनशॉट वेब पेज का। एक्चुअली हमारे पास ये सोर्सेस का लिंक है तो हमें इमेज चाहिए ही नहीं एक्चुअली, हम विदाउट इमेज भी काम कर सकते हैं। WordPress security updates and vulnerability management, plugin theme vulnerabilities, numerous new vulnerabilities, SQL injection access, okay। यूट्यूब वाला सेक्शन देख लेते हैं एक बार। एक्सपांडेड क्रिएटर मोनेटाइजेशन एंड पॉलिसी अपडेट्स, हाँ अभी ये बढ़िया काम कर रहा है एटलीस्ट रिसर्च के मामले में। की डेवलपमेंट, एक्सपांडेड YPP, lowest threshold for the fan funding feature, and a centralized earn tab in the Creator Studio for managing monetize watch page ads, okay। December 2025। Effective new rules for gaming content, violence, graphic scenes online, हाँ यार काम कर रहा है मेरा ख्याल से, ये भी रिसेंटली हुआ है मुझे पता है। YouTube algorithm refinement for enhanced viewer engagement, viewer satisfaction, increased weightage of viewer satisfaction signal, repeat viewing, survey responses, and retention favoring shorter videos with high completion rates। What? ये उल्टा नहीं हो गया? Survey and retention. ओके यूट्यूब शायद खुद ही कंफ्यूज है, मुझे नहीं पता, क्योंकि एक लॉन्ग फॉर्म वीडियो में रिटेंशन ऑब्वियसली शॉर्ट फॉर्म वीडियो से थोड़ा ज़्यादा ही होता है. Accelerated discovery for new channels. New creators with a strong initial engagement, high CTR retention on early videos may experience faster algorithmic testing and broader exposure. Nice. मेरे को भी थोड़ा सा broader reach दे दो. Shift from follower counts to relevance. Okay, nice. ये तो होना ही था एक टाइम पे. Algorithmic recommendations are now more dominant than subscriber members, enabling viral reach for creators whose content resonates with algorithmic preference for relevance. ये तो होना ही था और पहले से ही हो रहा था. आई थिंक पता नहीं अभी क्यों उसके बारे में बात हो रही है. New interactive feature for YouTube Shorts. AI-powered creation tools. Dream Screen with VO AI for generating video background. Edit with AI. For selecting best moments image to video transformation. Yeah, okay. Streamline editing, text to speech. Actually काम कर रहा है ये, और वेब पेज मेरे ख्याल से बेटर ही है मेरे लिए, पर हम चाहे तो मतलब वो भी कर सकते हैं, गूगल डॉक में भी जनरेट कर सकते हैं. नवीन जी मैंने कर लिया सर्ट आउट, और क्या कर सकते हैं. थैंक्स फॉर कमेंटिंग बाय द वे. Let's add another input option after the initial research, where you would show us the headline of the researched topics, and we would be able to choose which ones to feature, which ones to ignore. This step should be there. अच्छा वो चैनल चेकआउट करूँगा, ठीक है. मैं एक्चुअली डेडिकेटेड स्ट्रीम करता हूँ थंबनेल वाला सीरीज़, उस टाइम पे करेंगे. और ये चाहो तो एक यूट्यूब वाला सीरीज़ अलग से स्टार्ट कर लेंगे, जहाँ पे मैं यूट्यूब चैनल को ही रिव्यू करूँगा आपका. अभी हम थोड़ा सा इसको कंप्लीट कर लेते हैं AI एजेंट वाला, बट मैं देखूँगा ज़रूर, ठीक है. This step should be there before going into deep research to avoid wasting time. This might also make the input number feel free to remove that one, but still cap to max 10 topics per category by default. The output is nice, but the image grab is failing, so leave it. Instead of simply using bullet list, maybe display the information in a better way to make them more readable. I already like the design. You just need to make minor improvements, like using multi heading elements, shorter sentences, etc. थोड़ा सा अपडेट देके देखते हैं इसको क्या होता है, और जब तक ये अपडेट होता है तब तक मैं आपका चैनल देख सकता हूँ अगर आप अभी भी हो। अगर आप हो तो मेरे को बता दो। चेकआउट करो क्या करता हूँ। हमारा ये भी स्टक हो गया लगता है। कार्टून यूएस कार्टून बनाओ। भाई इस नाम से बहुत सारे चैनल हैं। ऐसे आपका कौन सा है? ये अगर ये एग्जैक्ट यूजर नेम है आपका, मे बी ये वाला होगा। अभी तो एक ही वीडियो है, फिर क्या इसमें क्या देखना था? चैनल डेटा इज नॉट अवेलेबल येट 4 आवर अगो। तो अभी कुछ बनाया भी नहीं है आपने खास करके।
Someone's trying to kill me!
ये एनिमेशन है या खुद से बनाया हुआ? ये लग रहा है। द वाइल्ड वर्ल्ड ऑफ ओके, हाँ डेफिनेटली ये है। डिस्क्रिप्शन पढ़ते ही पता चल गया। ये चैनल क्रिएट कर रहे हो ना, देख के पता चल रहा है। ठीक है, मतलब अच्छा लगा वैसे तो। थंबनेल भी बढ़िया है। टाइटल मेरे ख्याल से बेटर हो सकती है। बैनर चेंज कर दो। मैंने रिसेंटली अपना बैनर चेंज किया बाय द वे, अगर किसी ने नोटिस किया हो, क्योंकि मेरा चैनल का डायरेक्शन ही मैं बदल रहा हूँ थोड़ा। ये रहा। और एक्चुअली थोड़ा सा मेरे को आइडिया उतना एग्जैक्टली था नहीं कि साइज गाइडेंस के हिसाब से, नहीं तो ये इमेज एक्चुअली यहाँ तक आती, तो मुझे लगा था यहाँ तक ही दिखेगा एक्चुअली डेस्कटॉप पे, तो मैंने यहाँ तक ही मेन पार्ट रखा हुआ था, फिर बाद में ये एडिट करी है। हालांकि ये तो फिर भी ऐड करना बनता ही है, बट मेरे ख्याल से अगर मैं पहले से ही ये पता रहता तो मैं ये वाली इमेज और ये वाला इमेज को एक्सपांड करके इधर कोने तक लेके आता और ये ब्लर करके इसके ऊपर टेक्स्ट होती, तो थोड़ा ज़्यादा नेचुरल लगता। यहाँ पे ऐसा लग रहा है आधा कट हो गया, तो इसको एडिट करूँगा। मेरे पास टेम्पलेट है, ऑब्वियसली टेम्पलेट मैंने रखी हुई है, बाद में जब टाइम मिलेगा तो एडिट करूँगा। और यहाँ पे हमारा एडिट हो गया है हमारा ऐप, देखते हैं। एंटर डिजाइन पॉडकास्ट कैटेगरी, इस पर कुछ नया टॉपिक देते हैं इसको। एक देते हैं एसईओ, और कैमरा दे देते हैं, हालांकि मुझे इसके बारे में कुछ नहीं पता। 3 टॉपिक देते हैं इस बार, कैमरा और एक देते हैं पीसी बिल्डिंग। चलो देखते हैं क्या करता है। सेलेक्ट स्पेस टॉपिक फॉर डिस्कशन है। अच्छा, फाइन टॉपिक हेडलाइंस, आई थिंक ये, पर यहाँ पे कुछ बोलना चाहिए, मुझे लग रहा है कि कुछ हुआ ही नहीं। पर अभी इसका काम है, मतलब वेट, यहाँ पे कुछ दिखाना चाहिए था, वेट फॉर समथिंग। ये हमें आई थिंक यहाँ पे डिस्प्ले करना चाहिए। फाइन टॉपिक हेडलाइंस, फॉर्मेट रिसर्च इनटू ओके, इन डेप्थ रिसर्च ऑन ओके, फीचर टॉपिक्स, टॉपिक फॉर डिस्कशन। सिलेक्ट करने को तो बोल रहा है, पर मैं थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूज हूँ। कंसोल देख सकते हैं। रिक्वेस्टिंग इनपुट, हाँ फाइन टॉपिक हेडलाइंस पहले होगा ना यार। स्टेप्स में थोड़ा सा गड़बड़ी हो गया है, स्टॉप करते हैं। ये फाइन टॉपिक हेडलाइन पहले आएगा स्टेप्स में। using specific topic input is coming before the research headlines are presented for review. Steps. It should come after finding the topic headlines. Finding the topic headlines should come after finding the topic headlines, and the headlines should be displayed on the screen. Should be displayed on the screen, so we can choose the topics easily. Maybe yes, maybe by entering the numbers associated with the topics. Let's see if this will do anything, but the idea is simple. Talk to the chatbot, create, and then edit and edit and edit. And if you know what you are doing, then you can directly go into the manual mode and edit the prompt inside. I think that would be a better option to go with if you know what you're doing. Otherwise, simply just chat with it and maybe create it in a simple way. And one more thing that I want to apologize for is the amount of time it would took. I underestimated, and only this thing took a lot of time, and we are still not ready with the results. So sorry about this. I was supposed to do more things like discussing more work related stuff and then creating one more thumbnail and more stuff, but yeah, I think this only took so much time from us that. So now it looks like this and should work. Time to test it. Let's start. Enter the podcast category, tech science history. Let's give it cricket. Tech. PC building. Enter the number of desired topics. Again, I think it will again mislead us into find topic headline. Let's see. Because of the input tagline, I think it misunderstood me, but let's see. Now it should show us the headlines without going into the deep research to save time, and we should be able to choose the topics basically by telling it using the numbers, and then it should go into deep research, but it is already going in the deep research. So yeah, I think it did not understand our prompt. In the research on featured topics. Or maybe it needs to do it to understand, I guess. This is our process, by the way, at the moment. I only have 15 more minutes, so I think this would be the last test we will be doing with this particular AI agent that I've created, and we'll maybe reiterate later on, I don't know, or we'll create something new, I don't know. But yeah, this is the idea. I think I have shown you how to do it in a simpler way. We can also edit the manual prompts, by the way. We can also edit the prompts manually, by the way. If you are expert in prompting, then it should be easy. By the way, you can simply use the Gemini, ChatGPT, or whatever tool you use to do the same thing if you want. It shouldn't be that difficult. Hi Srikant, thanks for joining. If you're here for the first time, make sure to subscribe. It is surprising that in today's work stream I got a lot of viewership, even though I am supposed to end it now. It feels great. Hi Dave, thanks for joining. So it did not ask for our permission in which topics to choose. So it definitely misunderstood my last prompt, but let's see. Podcast for discussion, guide, and research. You created hub for in-depth podcast analysis and discussion insights. Okay, explore our podcast guide. Dive into a world of compelling audio content. Our research spans across diverse topics to bring you the most relevant insight, and our discussion starts. Discover featured categories below. Cricket, tech, and PC building. I gave it the idea. I think these are okay. Research headline topics, sharing our discussions. But these are headlines. The access layer, the origins, industry of the access, eras of dominance of again, it's going to the history thing. So it definitely misunderstood our topic. Legendary and yeah, it went into deep research instead of focusing on the latest trend again. So we definitely need to work on it again. What app is this? It's Gemini. Why you prefer Gemini? Not necessarily I prefer it, but I have the pro version of the app, so I use it. I also have ChatGPT Go, and I started with GPT, by the way, not ChatGPT, GPT, even before the launch of ChatGPT. So I understand the core behind the app, and I have used them like so far. By the way, I don't have time. I have to go. Sorry. I have used all of them, to be honest. Initially, I used to use ChatGPT, even tried the pro version. Personally, I didn't like it. It's probably improved right now, but I haven't used it for like more than a year or something. So that's the only reason. I've been using Gemini for more than like, I don't know, 2 years. I mean, since the launch, I'm using since the launch. Even when the name was Bard, I was using it. So I've been a long time user, and it simply feels more like an improved version of ChatGPT or something. I mean, for most of the tasks that I do, or for most of the tasks that I implement, Gemini has been very helpful. And that is the reason I'm continuing with it. And also because I have the pro subscription. I also have ChatGPT subscription, but it was given to me for free. I didn't buy it. And I also have tried using Claude, Opal to be specific. Opal? Yeah, Opal, I think. Or maybe I'm confusing the name. Something like that. The model. Opus, not Opal. So I have used Opus as well, which is very good for coding. Gemini is okay. ChatGPT was bad. I don't know how it is now, but it was bad for coding before. For image generation, I think still Gemini is doing better compared to ChatGPT. I recently tried ChatGPT. Shrikant Patli gave you a sub. Thank you very much. I recently tried ChatGPT when we were trying to create thumbnail in a thumbnail series. I didn't like the generations. Actually, I wouldn't say I didn't like the things, because I think ChatGPT was very good at creating likeness of my face and stuff. But in terms of creating the thumbnail, Gemini was better. So I don't know. It's difficult to choose, but yeah, Cloud was better in terms of coding, and I used Opus, the model, which was great. And I have used Gemini as well to code some things and generate some CSS and stuff when needed, and it worked well. I haven't used ChatGPT to code like for a long time now. I hope it works. I think the latest model is 5.2. Let's see. Give me a moment. Okay, maybe not, but I have access to their 5.2 model. this was free subscription given to me, so yeah, maybe I have some limitations, I don't know. So I have access to GPT 5.2. I don't know how good it is. Hopefully it's better than it used to be. But after switching to Gemini, I simply couldn't go back to ChatGPT because Gemini outperformed in almost everything. And also because the subscription makes sense basically over here on Gemini. With ChatGPT, I will only get access to ChatGPT, but with Gemini, I get 2 terabytes of storage and stuff like that, which I already use, so it makes sense to buy Gemini. Have you tried GLM? Not yet. I should. I also haven't tried Perplexity, to be honest. General GLM, okay. Jifu AI. I haven't tried it. I tried DeepSeek, Flux for image generation, but not this. I'm just getting started with AI stuff. I mean, using them in everything. I was using them for general purpose. Now I have multiple AI agents that I've created myself, multiple custom gems, custom GPTs and stuff. So I'm completely getting into it, basically. I was using them in my local computer to generate stuff. It started with the obsession of deep face or something like that. Deep face lab, probably it was called. A long time ago, I was trying to make myself Iron Man or something. So it started that way. But yeah, now I'm trying to utilize all the AI models that I can, AI agents and stuff to my work related stuff. Okay, by the way, guys, I was supposed to end the stream on 6:40. I'm already late. Thank you so much for joining. Make sure to subscribe, everyone. Thank you so much. I will see you in the next one, obviously. This was day 196 or stream number 196 of my 365 days challenge. And hopefully you guys will be there until I complete this challenge. Yeah, make sure to subscribe and make sure to follow if you're watching this on Twitch. Thank you so much. My name is Tanis. Say hi, Tanis. Hi, Tanis. And it's time to say bye. So bye, Tanis. I hope you have a lovely time ahead. See you soon.